They eliminated Bolivar with a 3-1 win after drawing 1-1 in the first leg in Bolivia. They came home determined to settle things. And now they will face Boca Juniors in the quarterfinals, one of the toughest matches in this Copa Sudamericana bracket. The first leg will be at La Bombonera in September, with the exact date still to be set, and the return match will be here at Morumbis. But we'll talk about the Boca Juniors match later. Let's talk about Sao Paulo and Bolivar. Sao Paulo took the field with the fans already acting as the 12th man, right? The party started outside Morumbis right when the bus arrived, and there were some really cool images there. In the case of Luciano greeting the fans with more than 46,000 supporters present who cheered from start to finish, Sao Paulo had a completely different attitude. Dorival came out with a surprising lineup. He fully trusted the new signings. So we saw the team with Arau, Aurelio Guta as a starter, with Domingos Duarte, who has been doing really well, and with Newton, players who are starting to get more minutes and played a really solid match, right? I think especially on the defensive side, with Domingos, with Iago, who had already done really well in the first leg. São Paulo opens the scoring there with Luciano, right? The number 10 who knows how to show up when he needs to. He saw the crowd erupt, chanting his name. However, with a little scare there in the second half, right? Sao Paulo, who comes back for the second half still with that issue of conceding goals, couldn't hold on to the lead, right? So it was a scare, and everyone was worried. I'm sure the whole crowd was thinking, oh my God, again, the same script, the same thing happening. But Sao Paulo showed something very important that we hadn't seen in the last few games, which is the ability to react quickly, right? So a team that concedes the equalizer in a pattern very similar to the last few games, but manages to react to see that penalty happen, right? It was a play that was really well worked. Caleri takes responsibility, calmly takes the shot, and puts Sao Paulo ahead on the scoreboard. And then a corner kick play. Sabino, the defender, shows up and manages to head the ball and in fact pushes Sao Paulo forward, right? He practically guarantees Sao Paulo's advancement at that moment. And Sao Paulo manages to hold on to the result, right? Like I said, that was something we hadn't seen in the last few games, but the script changed. Yeah, Dorival showed some changes there. Yeah, full control of the match, right? We were able to see that during the game. And a different attitude, different on the field, right? However, at that turning point, his contribution was really something that Dorival himself highlighted in the press conference. There's a match against Coritiba before thinking about Boca Juniors later on, now for the Brazilian Championship to finally end this winless streak and start breathing again. Breathe easy in the National League too. Dorival emphasized that this match is very important, that this reaction needs to happen in the Brasileirão as well, right, in the league format. And now let's see